The Seattle Seahawks surprisingly decide to go offensive tackle instead of drafting a quarterback, 9th overall. The pick is Mississippi State's Charles Cross, finally drafting an offensive lineman. And surprisingly, it's a guy that we're not shaking our heads at and trying to figure out who the heck is this guy? Why was he picked this early? Because the Seahawks have that track record of making some questionable decisions. Ryan, how do we feel about the Seahawks pick, man? Like it's got to be the first time that it makes sense that we're not confused.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense, which is why I was dumbfounded for a second. I'm like, the Seattle Seahawks made a pick that made some sense, and we had obviously seen them more in the back end of the first round make some really strange selections, but apparently they just need to pick in the top 10 in order to do the right thing. They lost Dwayne Brown this offseason playing left tackle. Charles Cross is an instant starter there in at the left tackle position. I think it makes a ton of sense. And I'm glad that we have not forced a quarterback yet in this top 10. Seattle Seahawks are not a great roster, but you don't have to force the signal caller early. Let's build it up. You picked Charles Cross, who outside of Kyle Hamilton may have been the best player left on the board. So fantastic fit, in my opinion, with the Seattle Seahawks with Charles Cross.
Are you surprised that Charles Cross made it this far, that he ended up getting selected at 9 instead of maybe earlier? And obviously we had such a strange flow of so many defensive guys, but are you surprised that he ended up slotting where he did?
A little bit. I thought that there was going to be a tackle run a little bit earlier in the class. Like I thought he was going to come off the board maybe to Carolina with pick 6. I thought Houston might be in the tackle conversation. Maybe the Jets would also be there. But when we had that 5 straight to start the draft, the defensive run, obviously the offensive tackle run did not start until a little bit later. So happy he still went in the top 10. He's a fantastic football player, but a little surprised that he was not the little bit earlier just because of the run started a little bit odd.